We've been doing this for a little over 20 years now. So North Central Florida Blues Society, we're trying to keep the blues alive. And what exactly does that mean and why do we do it? So blues music is a very important part of American culture and history. We book touring artists, national and international artists, to come down to Gainesville, Florida to play the blues for people so they can hear it. Kind of people that you would have to travel a good long ways to see. We do it so that you don't have to. It's right here in your community. You get to see some of the very, very best people. People who have won Blues Music Awards, who have been nominated for Grammys, been in Hall of Fames, who have won the International Blues Challenge. We bring them here.
The North Central Florida Blues Society is a nonprofit organization, and our objective is to preserve the blues, to educate the community about the blues, and provide local artists with an opportunity to ply their craft and actually play the blues. We also bring in national touring acts, and a lot of times we have our local artists open those acts so they can get a little bit of exposure. We're really just trying to keep the blues alive.
I have heard so many fabulous acts. Blues music in particular, it's like, I could have written that song. It expresses all the feelings that I can't always express in words.
Gainesville has a long history of being a very music-heavy town. We have 7 Rock and Roll Hall of Famers that all lived in the Duck Pond area. Most famously, Tom Petty, also a member of the Eagles, Bo Diddley. We're trying to continue that tradition and keeping Gainesville a strong music town.
It's not a music that you're going to hear played on the radio every day, but it's a music that has roots in our American history. And it's so interesting to hear many that have come off of blues, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin.
We're out to promote and support the blues as an art form. Memphis style, Chicago style, Delta, Piedmont. Between about 1955 and 1970, the rockers discovered blues, ripped it off, sped it up, made it noisy. In the African American community, the blues sort of got this stigma as being old, slave times music. So to that extent, it lost a lot of traction. It's uniquely American music.
Being able to keep the blues alive, I think is a real honorable thing to do. And oh my gosh, we have so much fun. I have live blues music every single week in Gainesville, and it feeds my soul, it brings me joy, and we are having so much fun bringing in big name acts. I have seen some of the premier blues musicians live right here on this stage because of the North Central Florida Blues Society, and that makes my heart happy.
We also do some free shows in the community, having a connection with the A. Quinn Jones Museum and Cultural Center. We do some free shows out on their patio as well.
At the A. Quinn Jones Center, we had beautiful Bobby Blackman, who is an old school blues artist. He told wonderful, wonderful stories about what it was like growing up in that time period from his perspective, which I thought was truly entertaining and educational.
And there's great performing arts, great cultural experiences happening. I think it also makes other people interested in becoming artists as well. When someone sees a performance like that, they go, wow, I want to do that.
Our big annual events, every year we do the Women in Blues Showcase. A lot of women have contributed to the blues historically, and there are a lot of very good female artists out there now. They just don't really get a lot of press.
One of the events that we have every year is the International Blues Challenge. We have a regional competition where local blues musicians in solo, duo, and band categories and CD category compete for a slot to compete in the International Blues Challenge, which happens in Memphis every January. We have judges come in and score the event, and the winners, we try to help them raise money for their expenses and send them off to Memphis to represent Gainesville in the IBC.
Depending upon budget, we will bring in 4 to 6 national touring acts during the course of a year. Then we have local acts that kind of fit the national act style-wise so that our members can get some exposure. Sometimes we do showcases for local and regional artists as fundraisers.
We're an all volunteer group. We pay the artists, but we don't pay the people who run the organization. We are all volunteers, and therefore we can also always use volunteers. Financial certainly is a big thing. We can really, donations are wonderful. We have annual memberships. Someone can join for $25, a single membership for $25, and for an annual membership, you get a reduced rates to come to our shows. Basically ends up being around half price, sometimes even a little bit lower than half price you get in for.
If you want to become a member, go to our website, which is ncfblues.org, and you can join there. Or you can come to any of our events. We always have a table out with membership forms and t-shirts. We also have a P.O. box if you would prefer to send in a paper check. We happily take those as well. Anyone can join. We're always happy to have new people. We're especially happy to have new people under 40.
This organization runs lean. The more people support our events, the more events we can put on. You enjoy our concerts, you come and buy a ticket, you get a membership, you buy a t-shirt, tell your friends, and then we can put on more shows. That money just goes to have us put on more concerts.